I now have the South African Cabin Crew Association SACCA President Chris Shabangu on the line, and we're going to chat to him about that latest offer. Good evening, and thanks for joining us on the late edition.
Good evening to you, and good evening to your viewers.
So I believe there has been, the latest offer has now been rejected. Is that correct?
That's correct. It's been rejected. We gave that feedback back to the company at around 5 o'clock this afternoon.
So now what? So I believe the latest offer is 6% increase for the first year, working its way up to 6.9%, and then a 7.5% guaranteed bonus. What are you asking for?
So I think your previous guest didn't put this into perspective correctly.
Right.
Let me just go back a little bit. We had accepted their offer of 6%, 6.5, 6 point, up to 6.9.
Yes.
We had accepted their offer of the 7.5. However, the issue of the 7.5, you're not being told the truth here. On the original offer, and I'm going to be as honest as possible. On the original offer, the company had offered a 7.5 per year increase, which we accepted with the belief that it's going to be paid at the end of November. Two, the company had offered a meal allowance of 600 rands, which was going to be back paid from July. A sign-on bonus that was going to be back paid to July. Subsequent to that, we sent with the CCMA commissioners, which were very good, which were very helpful. On that day, the offer changed, as far as we know, and as far as I remember. It changed slightly. It changed slightly because we had always been requesting that SAFA must take out a certain clause, which was related to the labor department. And the Labor Department was going to be dealing with that clause. Now, when they took out that clause, they came back with an offer that was now different. How was it different? The 600 meal allowance was no longer 600 anymore. It was now 30 rands per day per sector. Just to give you an idea of what it is, it means that if you fly as a cabin crew member per sector, you're going to be getting 600 rands. And if you do one sector per day, if you put that together, you'll end up making plus minus about 450. It will be very hard for you to even get to 600 rands. For bases like Lanseria, bases like Durban, you're probably going to be ending at around 300 rands or something of that sort. That's our calculation, of course. Now, the biggest problem is we've never had really had SAFCA being straightforward. Everything changes. We have this offer. We probably have about 3 offers that have changed. So now, as SACCA or as the workers are saying, we don't mind the initial offer that they had given to us. We will sign it. We've always been saying we will sign it. But they keep chopping and changing all the time. And now the workers are angry even at the 30 rands that they have now offered, because they say, look, if you can compare that to any other airline within the country, it's not even, it's an insult to them. And I can completely agree that it is quite low. What are you going to buy with 30 rands and if you can't let? And worst of all, I'm not going to even go back to other interviews that we've had where the company had now linked the 600 rands to the lunch hour. I think let's look forward and say to you, we are not taking the offer. The workers don't want to take the offer. The offer is not good. But at the same time, the workers are willing to compromise and take the 6% up to 6.9. They were willing to do that. Now they have changed their minds. You cannot take this kind of deal for a period of 4 years. What's going to happen right now is that we're going to go back, try and restructure a better demand to the company, which again we believe it won't be something that is going to be much more different than what we've had now. It's just going to be slightly improved from our side, which we're going to make as a demand to the company.
When are you going to be making that demand, and are you expecting for a consensus to be reached within the coming days?
So the company has locked out the workers up to Sunday. Okay. And since we have rejected their offer, we have been informed that they're going to lock out for the next 7 days. So what's going to happen now is that we are expecting our certificate from the CCMA. And what we're going to do then with that is that we're going to take our time because we locked out anyway. We will be locked out until next week, Sunday. We're going to take this week to try and plan and see. Maybe we might have some protests, which we shall announce if we have some protests, particularly in Cape Town and in Johannesburg. Um, that's before we even serve our certificate, if we're going to serve the certificate. But if we serve our certificate, it won't be like on Monday this week. It won't be any time this week. I don't think so. I don't have a mandate to be saying that, but it wouldn't make any sense. We're locked out anyway. We will have to use the certificate prudently, and we must make sure that it has a proper impact. It's unfortunate that there's a language we are using now of who's playing, the other one better, instead of just sitting on the table and just fixing things which SACCA is ready to do.
I just want to
So we're
recap.
not going to be serving them anytime this week.
I just want to recap, right? So when I spoke to FlySafair just before you, they said that their latest offer is 6% for the first year, building up to 6.9% over the next few years. And you said initially the crew were happy to accept that offer, right? That part of the
Correct.
offer.
Correct.
Is that still the case? Are
Correct.
they still happy to accept that part of the offer?
Look, I wouldn't, as a union official right now, because of where they are, because of
Yeah.
what they have lost. Remember, when they're locked out, they lose money. And this is on a personal basis. I wouldn't advise anyone to be taking that offer now, not at all. There's going to be serious changes that we're going to have to be looking at. One of those changes that we have to reduce the years. 4 years is a long time to be
Okay.
taking this kind of a deal, and with the numbers that it has. So we will be reducing those numbers. Or at least that would be the suggestion to the team, that we have to look at the numbers, look at other things, look at the meal allowance. We have to be increasing that. We take it anyway, so let's get the proper meal allowance, which is we can use the SARS rate that is suggested by SARS. So there's many other things that we can take, but still, that does not mean that we're going to be hard on this. I mean, the company
Right.
still has a leeway. We're going to keep on saying to the media, the company still has a leeway to talk to us. We are very close to each other. The company does not have to be losing so much money. We don't have to be going on a strike. They don't have to be looking us up. Let's talk. We're willing to talk, to be talking to them at any time, even during the weekends.
That's really good to hear, Chris. I hope that you guys manage to find a solution and meet somewhere in between and get this over and done with. Have a great weekend. Thank you for your time. And that was, we were chatting there to the SA Cabin Crew Association President, Chris Shabangu.